named him the franchise. You were there when he got drafted as a rookie. He absolutely balled. They lost 42-44. Are the Bills asking too much of franchise?
They are. They are, bro. I mean, god dang, man. Even Superman need the Justice League. You know what I mean? You need a little bit of help sometimes.
Oh, my gosh.
I like that, though. He put the team on his back, though. Yeah, I mean, let's think about this for a second, right? If I had to ask you, who are the best two quarterbacks in football, you going to say?
Pat and Josh.
Pat and Josh, right? It's been like that for a little bit, for sure, this year. And Patrick Mahomes, right? We know he's Superman. But when is he Superman, right? He ain't Superman the whole game. For Josh, he had to be Superman for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Everything has to be perfect. I've watched Patrick Mahomes. He's been Clark Kent the whole game. Okay, fourth quarter. Okay, 3 minutes left. Yo, go grab my cape. Okay, let me say it today.
That's really good.
When you look at the Bills, Josh can't afford to do that. I got to be Superman the whole game, and if he's not that, they don't have a chance to win. Think about this real quick. The last couple games that he didn't play well and they lost, when he didn't play well, they got smoked.
Texas.
But when he lost and he played well, they lost by 2 points, 44-42. Do you get where I'm going with this? So I think it's just too much pressure because, if I don't play well, we're going to get blew out. And if I play my very best, I can have 6 touchdowns, Josh. I can have 3 in the air, I can have 3 on the ground, and we still can lose.
Never been done before.
And you telling me that that's not a lot of pressure you asking for one man? Come on, man. Get some help, man. Seriously. His back gonna be broken. He carrying the whole stadium, the owners, the coaches, the trainers.
They got him some help, dog.
He carrying the Buffalo like he carrying everybody.
Like, I don't think they're asking too much because that's what the franchise.
That's his nickname. That's my nickname
That's what
for
he's
him.
supposed to do for this team. Look, the Bills are rushing the ball 47% of the time. It's the 8th highest rate in the NFL. They're asking him to go win games when he needs to win games, and he's not always played with that Superman cape on. He's had some Clark Kent moments. Now, I will say that when you are Josh and you are playing this well this year, you only have 5 interceptions. I think that was maybe not even the knock. I hate to say the knock on the second or first best quarterback in the league, but it is an issue that had plagued him in the past, that he was turning the football over too much. And I went back and tried to think why. He was pressing. He was trying to do too much in these games when they needed plays the most, especially go back to last year where they had a little bit of an off year with a better squad around him. Right now, he does not have many people. No offense to the Bills, right? They got Amari Cooper. He didn't have the squad around him that he did last year offensively, and he's having the best year. We're talking about him for MVP. So I think he's actually, and what that offensive coordinator has done, Joe Brady, he's taken some stuff off of his plate. And when he's needed to be Superman like he was last, he just didn't have the defense to step up. So if you look at them rushing the football, it's not like they're throwing it every single snap. And he's not turning the football over. So I think they're doing the exact thing that they wanted to do with Josh Allen this year, is take him back a little bit. Then we need to release him into the wild and to go be Superman, then he can't be that way.
Yeah, I agree with Chase. I think when we need you to be Superman, you got to be Superman. But I don't think they're asking too much of Josh. You brought in Amari Cooper because that's kind of how they felt early in the season, especially after they lost to the Houston Texans. Like, we ain't got the star power out here. Josh is having to work a little extra hard ball got to be perfect or whatnot. Let's go get Amari Cooper. But if you watch the Buffalo Bills this year, they're a really balanced team. They held 8 opponents. I think we're in week 13. They held 8 opponents under 20 points. So the defense is playing well. They're running the ball well. They're a balanced team. It's just, we just watched this game of him and Matthew Stafford go back and forth. But that's not the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills defense has not had a game like they had against Matthew Stafford and the Rams, right? It was a back and forth game. So I don't believe they're asking too much of him. But when it's time to be Superman, he needs to be Superman. But I think they are a really, really balanced team. Play really good defense, have a really good running game. But Josh, when we need you to be Superman, be Superman. But I don't think they got too much on his plate.
What about the Ravens game? Got smoked there, too.
They did get
Mark
smoked
did his
there.
thing. Derek did his thing. Got help over there. They got smoked. You get what I'm saying?
That was early. That's when they went and got cool.
All I'm saying is, man, like, every superstar we talk about got help. Name them. I mean, everybody got help.
He got it.
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
But unfortunately, this is the cards that he's
really
been dealt this season.
It's a sign, though. All I'm saying, it's a sign where every time we play a really, really good team, right, they got other star power. And Josh, if he doesn't play great, they get blew out. And if he plays great, they still can lose. He put up 42 points. You know how hard that is to do?
6 touchdowns.
And you still lose? And you tell me he don't need more help? What are we talking about?
I guess
I
to
just
me,
don't think
it's,
they're asking too much of him, is my thing.
I don't think that's inaccurate. I just think it's incomplete. I think they're asking too much too often.
Right.
That's where I have the issue. It's too often. Like, Patrick Mahomes can't necessarily take games off, but he can take some quarters off here and there.
There you go.
Because his defense is going to hold down the fort. I think they're asking too much too often. Y'all married men can attest to it. One of the dopest things I've ever heard in a relationship is every day, after the couples get home from work, you ask your spouse, hey, what percent are you at out of 100? And they ask you, hey, what percent are you at out of 100? So James might be at 20, his spouse might be at 80. It adds up to 100. Yeah. Chase might be at 40, his spouse might be at 60. It adds up to 100. But if it ever don't add up to 100, there's a dilemma. Yeah. Somebody gonna have to carry the load. The dilemma is, too often, Josh Allen has to come with 90 or come with 100. He has to come with 80 or he has to come with 90. And everybody else is coming with 10 or 20. It's not that they're asking too much of him. I don't necessarily agree with that in totality. They're just asking it way too often. He can't never take no plays off. Jalen Hurts can take 3 quarters off and then convert 2 3rd and 5s with his legs and the Eagles win. Josh can't take nothing off.
They rank. Go ahead.
Can I ask some questions real quick? Who on the defense is so impactful for them?
Only Bernard.
But it don't matter about impactful. They
Tom
play
McDermott.
really good defense as a team.
Yeah.
Bro, they got
They
have 6 games to where they held the opponent under 10 or less.
I know.
That's why.
You got to be Superman for that, Josh. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I understand what we just witnessed. We witnessed Josh being Superman. But the whole year, they've been a real consistent football team, and he don't got to be the Superman every time.
Who can you depend on other than Josh Allen for the Bills? Maybe let me ask it like that. Then.
That's a good question.
Who can you depend on? Because I can name you guys, other teams. I can
depend on Cook. Cook has showed me I can depend on him in the run game.
I can depend on
Coop
Amari.
over his career, he showed me that I can depend on him. The young tight end is showing me that I can. Kincaid is hurt. But I'm just saying, like, it's dudes on the offense that we can depend on.
Know, man.
Not like Josh. Josh is a different player.
It's like y'all tell me about people that's not proven, right? The tight end's not proven, and Amari Cooper is a hell of a player. I'm still waiting for that to arrive in Buffalo. But I give him some time. It's a new team. I get it. He's a good player, but it takes time. Cooks.
Like, to Shady's point, and then I'll say it quickly, like, Lamar knows, okay, I can give it to Derrick Henry.
I know that.
Burrow knows, I can throw a now screen to Jamar Chase, exhale. Jalen knows, I can turn around and give it to Saquon or throw a slant to AJ, exhale. Josh doesn't have that luxury, not with Cook, not with Amari yet in Buffalo.
What about the defense, though?
Yeah, he doesn't have that luxury.
Chiefs are passing. Yo, I know Chris Jones is gonna make sure McDuffie they gonna get something for me over there. But Josh can't do that. And then you about to tell me about what's his name? What's the coach's name? You about to tell me about?
Sean McDermott?
No,
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady. He got to show me more.
Yeah, but I would say that,
too.
I would say that they knew, and I say they, Josh Allen and Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, knew that he was going to have to carry the load this year.
Yeah.
However, I would push back on that because they're top 10 rushing offense. Like, the quarterback's best friends are rushing offense, so you don't always have to carry the load when you need to. And
is Josh in that rushing yards, though?
Yes, of course.
But I'm saying, like,
but like a rush percentage, it's the 8th highest. So rushing yards, yeah, but your rush percentage, you're calling the 8th highest. So you're taking the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. You're not telling him to throw the ball 50 times a game.
But when they get stopped,
and their defense is playing. What was that number about the number?
They got 6 games, 10 points.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So in my opinion, that's the reason why they're not asking them to do too much. Like, I agree. Like, there are some issues in some games that we talked about. Like, to beat superstar teams, you're going to need other guys than Josh Allen to step up.
I'm done with it. But those are playoff teams. The teams that they lost to, like the bottom numbers and all that. Those are
Ravens,
playoff
Texans,
teams.
Rams.
Those are playoff teams.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.